Tackle Box A2 here, and I was going to talk a little bit about EA's E3 press conference this year. A little less than enthusiastic. The audience seemed to barely be involved, and I don't know, it just wasn't that good. It was a bad start for E3, I think, but that's my opinions. They started it off with a Battlefield 5 trailer, and then said that they would announce more at Microsoft's E3 event on Sunday night. But Battlefield 5 is looking really nice. I've only played the Battlefield Hardline myself, and that was probably a bad entry to start in on, but I might be getting Battlefield 5. It looks pretty cool. They talked about FIFA 19, and they said they'll talk more about it this summer. Then they announced that they're adding the World Cup to FIFA 18 for free, and that right now you can play the full game for free, trial. So that's cool. They talked about their new Origin subscription. You'll get new games as they come out, plus access to the Vault, which has hundreds of games. It's a subscription-based thing where you just play from the cloud. I'm not real big on subscription bases like that. I don't like them. I don't really join them. But they do say, when new games come out like Anthem, you'll have access to it. So, that might be something to look into. But I'll have to check out more details on that as they release it. They did announce a new Star Wars game. It's going to be Jedi Fallen Order. It's supposed to take place between Episode 3 and the original Star Wars movie. It's supposed to be during the dark times when Jedis are being hunted. It sounds interesting. It will be out holiday 2019. They talked a little bit about Front 2 and how they, didn't come out as strong with it as they wanted to. They made some mistakes. They've been trying to make up for it. And they said that they're also taking Battlefront 2 deep into the Clone Wars with an upcoming update. So that's interesting. We'll see where that goes. Unravel 2 was shown and announced. It's a cooperative game that you can also play on your own. It showed that, he just added the second player to his one player and ran through a big part of the stage. But then when it got to a part where cooperation was needed, two of them started playing it. And in some of the puzzles that they demoed, I don't see how one person is going to be able to control both aspects. But it is out now. It can be played. So I'm thinking about checking that one out. It did look interesting. They talked about Sea of Solitude, also known as SOS. That's going to be out in 2019. That looked kind of like an interesting game. A little bit of a smaller indie game that EA picked up and has been working with. They talked about NBA Live 19 and showed a trailer for it. It'll be out in September. Then they talked about Madden 19 as well. Then they showed a couple people playing a mobile game, and it's a new Command & Conquer called Rivals. It's going to be on iOS and Android, and I believe there's early access to Android today. So I have iOS. I'll have to wait a little bit, but it looked interesting. And then they brought out Anthem, which everybody's been waiting for since last E3, and it just looks like Destiny to me. It looks like a newer version of Destiny in a lot of ways. They had little one-on-one with some of the BioWare employees talking about it. They said that they're creating a world where they can add stuff for years to come. That sounds like just a lot of DLC, a lot of extra content to pay for. But maybe they'll give some for free, or maybe it'll be at a decent price. You never know. They did say that anything you buy will be purely cosmetic. There is going to be no pay to win, no loot boxes, none of that. So maybe EA did learn from their mess up with Battlefield 2, because a couple times I heard them try to say that they were shying away from the loot boxes in these things. There's going to be 4 classes. Each one's a specialty. Like the Ranger was better suited for one-on-one combat. Then you had one they called the Colossus that was a lot of heavy weapons. The game looks really fun. It looks really interesting. I'm kind of excited for it. But again, it just seems like it's going to be Destiny. They say it's a single-player experience, but then you go out and you fight with your friends, and just the demo that they showed and everything else just looked like a big Destiny thing. But EA's press conference again was not that exciting. It wasn't as, awe and awe as E3s have been in past years. And even the crowd seemed less than enthusiastic this year. So hopefully the rest of the E3 experience finishes out a lot stronger. And Microsoft's is later, and after theirs, I'll make another video talking about it. Thank you all. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. And I will see you later.